Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mr. Smithee. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps us bring more cinema history to you. Yesterday, we lost Claudia Cardinale, one of the true icons of European and world cinema. Her presence defined decades of film history, with a combination of beauty, strength, and subtle intelligence that few could match. Claudia Cardinale's career began in Italy in the late 1950s. Quickly, she was cast in significant roles that showcased her natural magnetism. Mauro Bolognini directed her in Il Bell'Antonio, The Beautiful Antonio, a piercing melodrama where Cardinale brought a quiet dignity to her character opposite Marcello Mastroianni. Soon after, she appeared in Mario Monicelli's I Solita Ignoti, known in English as Big Deal on Madonna Street. There, even in a supporting role, she revealed a spark that critics and audiences could not ignore. Her career blossomed with some of the greatest Italian directors. Fellini gave her a surreal, luminous role in 8½, as one of the dream women orbiting Marcello Mastroianni's troubled filmmaker. But perhaps her most important and fruitful collaboration was with Luchino Visconti. With Visconti, Claudia Cardinale entered cinematic immortality. In Rocco and His Brothers, 1960, she played Ginetta, a young woman whose tragic circumstances bring both tenderness and tension to the film. Then came The Leopard, Il Gattopardo, in 1963, one of Visconti's greatest achievements. As Angelica, Cardinale became the embodiment of youth, sensuality, and social transformation. The famous ballroom sequence, with Burt Lancaster as the weary Prince Selina, is not only a triumph of mise en scene, but also a celebration of Cardinale's elegance and power. She isn't merely beautiful. She represents a new era, a changing world. Visconti cast her once again in Vague Stelle dell'Orsa, Sandra in English, where she gave one of her most complex performances, navigating a character haunted by family secrets and personal trauma. Here, Cardinale proved she was more than a star. She was an actress of tremendous psychological depth. Her career did not remain confined to Italy. Hollywood came calling. She appeared in The Pink Panther, 1963, playing opposite Peter Sellers in Blake Edwards' sparkling comedy. She went west, literally, in Richard Brooks' The Professionals, alongside Burt Lancaster, Lee Marvin, and Jack Palance. She ventured into the Amazon jungle in Werner Herzog's Fitzcarraldo. And even late in her career, Claudia Cardinale remained committed to challenging and meaningful cinema. She worked with the great Portuguese master Manuel de Oliveira in Gibo and The Shadow, 2012, the director's final feature film. In it, Cardinale brought her elegance and gravitas to a story steeped in moral conflict and decay, proving that her presence on screen carried the same weight and magnetism across decades. But perhaps her most celebrated international role came in Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in the West. As Jill McBain, Claudia Cardinale redefined the role of the woman in the Western. In a genre dominated by men, Charles Bronson, Henry Fonda, Jason Robards, it was Cardinale's character who stood tallest. Stronger, more determined, and ultimately more resilient than the men around her, Jill remains one of the great female roles in film history. Leone gave her a mythic dimension, and she delivered it with grace and steel. And yet, to understand Claudia Cardinale fully, we must return to one of her most tender and beautiful works, Valerio Zurlini's Girl with a Suitcase, La Ragazza con la Valigia. In this film, she gave perhaps her greatest performance. Playing Ida, a vulnerable nightclub singer entangled with a young man, Cardinale created a portrait of melancholy and resilience. Few films are as haunting, few performances as affecting. It stands as one of the most beautiful films ever made, and as a testament to her artistry. Claudia Cardinale was not just a star. She was a presence, a force, a face of cinema itself. From Italy to Hollywood, from Visconti to Leone, she gave the world performances that remain luminous decades later. If you've never seen her work, start with Girl with a Suitcase, The Leopard, and Once Upon a Time in the West. You will understand why her passing is such a loss and why her legacy will endure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this tribute, please leave a like, share your favorite Claudia Cardinale performance in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Smithee for more journeys through the history of cinema. Claudia Cardinale has left us, but the films remain, and they're eternal.